Trevor the traction engine enjoyed living in the vicarage orchard. Edward came to visit him most of the times, but Trevor felt like he didn't have enough work to do. "I do like to keep busy all the time," said Trevor, "and I do like company, especially children's company." "Cheer up," smiled Edward. "I am to take you to meet Thomas today, so Tom has work for him and you at the harbor today." "Oh," smiled Trevor, "the harbor, the seaside, children, that would be lovely." Thomas was on his way to the harbor with a bunch of metal pilings. They were to keep the walls safe and firm. "Hello, Thomas," said Edward. "This is Trevor, a friend of mine. He is a traction engine." "A what engine?" said Thomas. "A traction engine," exclaimed Trevor. "I run up roads instead of rails. Can you take me to the harbor, please? So Tom Pat has a job for me." "Yes, of course," replied Thomas, but he was still puzzled. Workmen coupled Trevor's flatbed to Thomas's train, and they were soon ready to start their journey. "I'm glad that Sir Topham Hatt has a job for me," called Trevor to Thomas. "He doesn't have enough work for me to do, but I can work anywhere, on orchards, farms, scrap yards, even at harbors." "But you don't run on rails," replied Thomas. "I'm a traction engine. I don't need rails to be useful," replied Trevor. "Just wait and see." When they reached the harbor, they found nothing but confusion. Cars had been derailed, blocking the line, and stone laid everywhere. "We must get these pilings past," said Thomas's driver. "They are essential. Trevor, will you take all the rock and cars away?" "Oh, yes," said Trevor. "Just the job I like. Now you'll see, Thomas, just what a traction engine can do." Trevor was as good as his word. He dragged the pilings with chains and towed them into position. "Who needs rails?" he muttered cheerfully to himself. Later, Thomas took Annie and Clarabelle to visit Trevor. "Now I understand how useful traction engines can be." The coaches were filled with children, and Trevor gave them rides around the harbor. He was very pleased with this. "He's very kind," said Annie. "He reminds me of Thomas," added Clarabelle. Everyone was sorry when Trevor had to go. A small tear came into Trevor's eye. Thomas pretended not to see it. "The vicar may need you at his harbor, and I'll come and see you again." "That would be lovely," said Trevor. That evening, Trevor stood remembering his new friend Thomas, the harbor, and most of all, the children. Then he went happily asleep in the shed at the bottom of the orchard.